Dude, I got left once. I ran into grab something at the gas station, and the bus driver forgot that I had walked off, and this was before cell phones. So they drove for like 2 hours, and then somebody goes, "Hey, where's Ali?" And they like luckily brushed back to that gas station. I was just sitting there so pissed.
Welcome to the Here to Zen podcast, your genre-free home for music, stories, and inspiration. Here, we celebrate sound in all its forms. From chart toppers to hidden gems, heavy riffs to chilled grooves, we believe great music has no boundaries. Our goal is simple: to share a love for every kind of music, connect with the artists who make it, and dive into the stories that shape their journeys. Whether you're here to discover something new, revisit an old favorite, or just vibe with the universal language of music, you're in the right place. This is more than a podcast. It's a community built on passion, curiosity, and the joy of sound. So plug in, turn it up, and let's find the zen in every beat.
Andrew,
Hey man, how are you?
good. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so Zebrahead touring Australia. Um, 7 year gap, but what are you going to do to make up for the 7 year gap?
Oh man, yeah, we are. It's been way too long. Well, we are actually learning how to play our songs.
Always a start.
So yeah, always a start. So like, hopefully that'll be good when the shows come around. No, but we've just been touring for uh, quite a while now in Europe, and we actually did some shows in the US. So we've been warming up for you guys, man. We want to sound good.
That's good. That's good. All the important things covered.
Yeah.
Now, looking back at like songs like I don't know, like Playmate of the Year and stuff like that, did you ever think that when you wrote them back then, you'd still be playing them now?
Yeah, no. I don't think any of us thought we would be doing this for this long, especially at that time. But in our experience, we've always just kind of appreciated the fact that we can make another album, and
Yep.
we don't take that for granted. So no, we never thought we would be still touring after all these years, bud.
Now, you talk about making albums. Now, we're in a world where albums are kind of forgotten and it's about releasing singles. So for Zebrahead, is that what's going to be in the future? Just single, single, single?
You know, we had never done like a real EP until the pandemic hit. And at that time, nobody knew what was going to happen. So we kind of moved more into the EP format because we wanted to stay creative. And oftentimes, when you're writing a full album, it takes a long time. For us, especially, we write like 30 to 40 songs and then work on them until we find 15, and then take those 15 into the studio with a producer and pick the top 12 or 13. And that takes a long time. And when the pandemic hit, we tried a different approach. We decided to try to write like 6 to 7 songs and release them, rather than try to continue to write for like a full album. And we really enjoyed that aspect of it. It's like a kind of a different way to write as well, not only to record.
Yep.
However, this new writing cycle, because we would write and then go on tour and come back and write, go on tour, and we've been doing that for a couple of years now. So we have a lot of songs. So at this point right now, after Australia, we're coming home and kind of going through all the songs and deciding whether we want to do a full album, or go back to the EP style that we've been doing for the past few years. I personally kind of miss the whole album feel where you can,
Yep.
kind of go through like not necessarily a story, but a vibe of like 12 songs, and you kind of understand there's like a story in there somehow.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss that. So I don't know. We've been discussing it a little bit, and we're kind of trying to figure that out because, like you said, the world's kind of moved on from albums. Everything
Yeah.
is
I hate
digital.
it.
So
Hate it.
yeah, it's different, right?
I kind of feel like it's drive-through music now.
Yeah. Oh God, that's a good term to say. Drive through music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just and because of algorithms and all the other crazy shit, we're kind of spoon-fed what some computer thinks we should listen to.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Yeah. Now, as you said, you've been touring fairly extensively. Festivals are a big part of today's music scene. Um, Compared to when you start, what's the festival scene like for Zebrahead now?
I would say that I guess the biggest difference for us would be like back in the day, we did a lot more festivals and stuff in the US. For us, we mainly tour overseas now, and the festival culture, especially in like Europe and England, is so different. And there's such a huge festival culture there that we've kind of been lucky to be able to kind of slide in there and they've accepted us. So, and the best thing about festivals, and sometimes like my friends will ask me, what's the biggest thing between playing a club and a festival, is that, you know, when you play a festival, you have the opportunity to win over so many new fans.
Yep.
And so we take full advantage of that. We know how important that is. And so the energy of the festivals, the vibe of the festivals are always a big party. And that's kind of our vibe as well. So we've always managed to do okay at those things. So we've been
Yep.
lucky.
Do you think that the European festivals are a little bit more or less genre specific than the US festivals?
Um, I don't know about that, man, because there are some very specific ones that are very like you know, like Punk Rock Holiday we just played in Slovenia. That is pretty much straight up just punk bands, you know.
Yep.
And then Whackin', like we play Whackin', and it's more of a metal festival. And for us, we're kind of lucky because we have those aspects in our music, whether it's punk rock or like heavier metal or even like hip hop stuff. So I find the biggest issue for us is sometimes the promoters don't know what festivals to put us in because
Right.
they're like, oh, they also have this, which doesn't necessarily fit with us, but this part of it does fit with us. So we kind of get shoved into different festivals where they don't know what to do with us, you know?
So if you're going to play something like a Varken festival, do you go heavy, 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 or do you still throw in some pop punk?
Um, yeah, so we just played that festival last year, I think, and we definitely cater to the festival, you know, because we know what the fans out there want to listen to. Not to say we might not drop in one song or something that has like more poppy influences, but we're aware of it. You know, we try to make sure the fans have a good time.
Now, back in the day, you would have toured with some pretty cool bands, and you still tour with them now. But for you, who was your favorite tour to be on when you started out?
There's a couple. Like when we were first starting out, we did the Warp Tour and
Yep.
a couple times, and you know, it was just like a everybody was on that tour at that time when we did it. It was like Blink and Eminem and Black Eyed Peas, and it was all these bands that before they blew up, they were just starting out, and so the vibe was really relaxed in a way. It
Yep.
wasn't like who's the bigger band or anything. And it's like everybody's playing basketball. Like we're playing basketball with Eminem, you know, outside of our bus like every day. So it was just like this really cool, like friendly vibe. And I just remember that. And then also like we got to open for Green Day on one of their album tours, and that was really cool because it was one of the first time we were going to Europe, and so they were kind of showing us the ropes over there. But
Nice.
there's so many, man. Cypress Hill, we got to play with Cypress Hill, and Be Real took me on their bus because he knows I'm a huge Cypress Hill fan, and he rolled me the fattest joint, and we sat there and talked for like 2 hours, and he was just like giving me advice about how to get along with the band members and like what's important, how to learn every aspect of the industry, not just learning how to write songs or perform. And it was just such a weird experience for me. And I was really young. So that always sticks out and how cool of a guy he was.
Wow. Now, on the flip side, and you can name and shame if you want, were anyone complete dicks?
Complete dicks. You know, for the most part, we've been pretty lucky, dude. I don't know. I don't have any really bad experiences like that. I think the only thing maybe would be, um, oh, we played with when we were first starting out with Deep Purple, and it wasn't even them. They were very sweet, but we went out there and we were opening for them, and the crowd just the curtain goes up. They see us, they just start booing, And then my buddy who was in the band with me goes, "You guys ready for Deep Purple?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, tough shit. You have to sit through us first." And then the booze just never stopped for our whole set. And I was just laughing because like the band is really cool, but their
Yeah,
crowd really didn't like us, you know?
that's so good. Now, everyone has certain things they need on the road, be it, certain coffee, certain little rituals for yourself and for the band. What are the must-haves either on the bus or on the plane that just make life easier?
I'll tell you the number one thing, and I think most bands would agree with me, is baby wipes. If you don't have baby wipes, you are in a world of trouble. And when one person runs out of baby wipes, everybody knows about it because they're running around asking if they could borrow people's baby wipes. But I would say, I mean, honestly, that I'm always have this like phobia that I'm going to run out.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Because you're worried that the bus will become the SS smell of ass.
Oh man, it's terrible. Yeah, it
Yep.
does. Yeah, quickly
Yep.
too. Yeah.
Now, look, everyone I meet through my travels, be it a fan or something, thinks that the industry is what they see in like Almost Famous or something like that, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And it's, for the most part, it's actually completely the opposite. Um, what's a day to day like for you guys on tour?
So normally we fortunately have a tour bus, so we try to get in relatively early. We drive at night. And
Mhm.
so we get into the venue relatively early, but they don't open the doors till like 2. So if you get up before 2, you just kind of have to make your way around town, or if you have to use a restroom, find a restroom or something. Then you load in at 2, and then sound check around 4 or 5, and then you have a quick dinner, and then start preparing for the show. Doors are at 6 or 7, and then the opening band starts, and then everything just starts kicking in. You prepare for the show, and then after the show, you take a shower, find a shower, and you wait for merch to be counted out, and then you get on the bus. And then for me, either like I'll have a drink or two with the rest of the guys, or maybe go find a bar or something. But more often than not, it's like, hey, what haven't I watched on Netflix yet, or something, you know?
Yeah.
So there is some aspects to it. If you want that, you can definitely make that happen.
Yeah.
But it's like Groundhog's Day. Every day is kind of the same, but in a different location.
Ever come close to missing a bus call?
Dude, I got left once. I ran into grab something at the gas station, and the bus driver forgot that I had walked off. And this was before cell phones. So they drove for like 2 hours. And then somebody goes, "Hey, where's Ali?" And they like luckily brushed back to that gas station. I was just sitting there so pissed. But yeah,
Oh,
that's my closest to missing bus call.
that bus driver head counted for the rest of the tour, didn't he?
Oh my God. Yeah. I never let him live that down.
That's so good. Not good you were left there for 2 hours, but the fact that you had it
Yeah,
over him
that
for
part
the
sucked,
rest of
but
the
it's pretty
run.
funny now.
Now, before I let you go, Ali, I want you to let Australia know what's coming for them in not long at all, really. It's really soon.
Yeah, I'll just say Australia, you guys need to stretch. You guys need to stretch your livers. You guys need to stretch your hammies. We're coming. It's going to be aggressive. You're not going to know what hit you. Grab them tickets and come party with us.
Awesome. And you have a very wicked opening band who's a buddy of
Yeah.
mine. Yeah.
Yeah. I hung out randomly, we hung out with him at our hometown show maybe a year and a half ago. And we're just talking about touring, and now it's happening. So it's kind of one of those things you put that in the ether, and it kind of like somehow makes its way back to you. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're really excited.
And for those who don't know, it's Thomas Ian Nicholas, who you may know as Kevin from American Pie, but the boy can sing and play guitar.
Yeah, I wish I was half as talented as him. So
Yeah.
we're
Perfect.
stoked.
Or, maybe take Charlie Sheen's place in the new American Pie movie they're trying to make.
Ooh, hey, that you put that in the ether, so let's go.
Well, hey, you can be Stifler's dad if you want.
Oh my God, I've been practicing that all my life.
There you go. Ali, I'll let you go, man. I'll see you in Brisbane when you guys hit here. Look forward to catching up.
Yeah, man, let's have a beer or something.
We will. Thanks, man.
Thanks,
See
Andrew.
ya.
Appreciate
Bye.
it.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Here to Zen podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate every single one of you who listens, shares, and supports what we do. This podcast is all about celebrating music in all its forms, and it wouldn't mean anything without this amazing community around it. If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd love it if you could take a moment to rate and review us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening right now. It really helps us reach more music fans and keep the conversation going. And don't forget, you can be part of our online community too. Join the conversation on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. We'd love to hear your thoughts, your favorite tracks, or even what music means to you. This isn't just our podcast, it's yours too. From all of us here at Here to Zen, thank you again for being part of the journey.
We appreciate your support more than words can say. Until next time, keep listening, keep sharing, and keep finding the Zen in every beat.